Gary J here. Got another project working on GMC. One of the problems with this truck when I bought it was that it had the console here was broken. Well, that's really not a deal breaker. It's kind of normal for these consoles to break. This one broke right across here. I'll take it out as you see that crack. And that's when people get in and they put their elbow up here and they push down real hard to kind of slide over. And so that happens. But they broke the hinge too. Say it lifts up. But say you don't have a hinge now because that was broke. Now this is where you have a rod that goes through here and through here for the hinge system. So we'll look at this right here and see what damage is done here. You see this is broke off right here, and it's broke off right here and up to here, and see how that looks. The rest of it looks good right here, but this is where you got this crack right here, see? Yeah, right there. So anyway, I ordered another one, a top, and the top I ordered is this one. This costs $60. That includes shipping and handling, and it's brand new. And looking at the back of it, you've got the hinge right here and a hinge right here, whereas on the other one you're missing the hinge here and here, so it's pretty much worthless. And you got extra padding here, which this padding came off, but you expect that from an older truck, right? So the new one has two springs right here, no doubt, to help lift it up when you open it. And here's a rod, and this rod goes through here all the way through. You've got a hinge inside on that console that goes here, so your rod will go through here, through the console hinge itself, and this right here is a little hinge right here, goes through that, and it'll go through the other console hinge here, and then through here, and that will lock it in place. Plus you have the springs right here to help open it or close it. I'm not sure which one it's supposed to do, but that's kind of where we at right here. Okay, just balancing this top piece here in a vertical position. It's pretty easy just to open up this edge where my thumb is and to push that rod through this bottom hinge right here and into the console that's below that hinge. So this is the end of the rod up here. So now we just put our spring on here in the other spring and push it all the way through. And so again, you hold it in the vertical position, and opening this thing up gives you room to put the rod through the hinge that's made onto this, and it's not difficult at all to get the rod to go through your console hinge, which is this part here. Okay, that looks pretty simple right there. All right. Okay guys, what I've done so far is to take that rod and push it. You open, I showed you this right here pops open right here. If you don't pop this open, you can't get the rod to go through the hinge on the door here. So you just pop this open and put your rod in. Your rod goes through the hinge here and then to the console hinge here, and then there's a middle hinge on the console top. Your rod goes through that, and then it goes through your other console hinge, this part here, and then through the console top hinge on this side over here. Okay. Now I've got these springs here, but you see they're like a 180 degree apart, and I'm sure they have a use, but I can't figure out how to use this spring right here yet. And really, probably need somebody to. I'm doing this by myself, so I don't have anybody to bend this spring and hold it in position to push the rod through. So I may come back at a later date and try to put these springs in. But the rod is in, and since this is opened up, you know, for me to put the rod through here, you just push it and it's got snaps inside of it, so it snaps. And all that snap back together, you can see. And so your hinge is back now, okay? And this is a charcoal gray. I think some of these come in black. Well, I know some of them come in black, some of them come in a charcoal gray, and that's what this interior is, charcoal gray, so you need a charcoal gray. But actually, I don't really see a real use for the springs. Now, you don't want to push this too far back, and it's got enough weight to it. It don't weigh anything, but it's got enough weight that it comes down very easily. So that's it for the console, and putting that on in probably 10 minutes. Just using that rod. Somebody figures out what the springs, how you put the springs in, let me know. But that's another quick fix on the GMC. And I got these shoulder pads for GMC, for GMC. I don't think they were about like $10 or something like that for 2 of them on eBay. And they really are a lot more comfortable. These shoulder pads, they're fairly well made, a lot more comfortable on your shoulder than just a strap. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Gary J.